Hello and welcome to the Defense Scope. Once again, a new conflict is developing in the background involving Pakistan. This time, the situation between Iran and Israel has gotten really bad. Last night, Israel targeted Iran's nuclear sites and nuclear production facilities. In response to this, Pakistan Air Force has raised its alert level. The components of Pakistan Air Force are currently on full alert. We've gone into alert mode. So, we'll be discussing the entire situation. This video is going to be really important. But before that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. So, the whole situation with Iran started last night, around 1 to 2 a.m., when Israel used its Air Force to carry out precision strikes inside Iran. The Israeli Air Force conducted more than 200 fighter. They used aircraft for this, including stealth aircraft like the F-35, as well as conventional ones like the F-15 and F-16. Israel carried out strikes over Iran using these planes. After these strikes, the whole region, Iran, Israel, and the entire Middle East, is basically on high alert, like a war footing. Noticing these specific activities, Pakistan Armed Forces decided this morning to increase their alert level in that region, meaning the Balochistan area. The border area that we share with Iran is on high alert for all components of the Pakistan Air Force, especially their fighter units and air defense units. Our long-range air defense systems, including early warning radar systems like the TPS-77 and LM-2084, are also fully activated. These early warning radars give us advanced notice about any incoming attacks. Pakistan Air Force has actively deployed forces in this region. And here, I want to highlight an important point, that this is a precautionary measure. Obviously, whenever the situation worsens in your neighborhood or region, you need to take precautionary steps. And all this is happening right along our border. Also, Israel specifically targeted Iran's premier nuclear facilities, where they were working on their nuclear weapons. They targeted those facilities. And if any of you have studied history, you'd know that when Pakistan was developing its nuclear weapons, Israel, along with India, tried to do the same thing to us. Meaning, they tried to target our nuclear facilities. But even back then, we all knew that the Pakistan Air Force was always vigilant, and there was a time when the US had just started providing us with F-16 aircraft. So, at that time, the Pakistan Air Force had their own F-16s, which were among the best of that era. They had deployed modern fighter aircraft to defend their nuclear facilities so that no country, whether Israel, India, or anyone else, could target our nuclear sites. Our nuclear weapons program continues just as before. That was the situation back then, and even looking ahead to 2025, things are pretty much the same. If Israel can target nuclear facilities inside Iran, some people also believe that Israel might do the same inside Pakistan. Nuclear facilities could be targeted, but the chances of that happening are extremely low, almost non-existent. Still, as a precaution, the Pakistani military is carrying out deployments. All the defense systems around our nuclear facilities, whether in that area or across Pakistan, have been strengthened. The air defense shield has been activated. Along with that, the fighter aircraft on air defense alert with our squadrons are also ready. They've been activated. So, I'll say again, these are all precautionary measures. The biggest issue with Iran right now, which has been there for a while, is that their air force isn't very strong, nor are their air defense systems. That's why last night Israel was able to attack their nuclear facilities with impunity. Also, there was barely any response from their air force. No aircraft even took off. And if any aircraft were airborne, they stayed at a safe distance. Because, Iran doesn't have any aircraft that can stand up to the Israeli Air Force's modern 4.5 or 5th generation jets. That's why, in a bold move, the Israeli Air Force entered Iranian airspace and targeted these nuclear facilities. But the important thing to understand here is that Pakistan is not like Iran. We are a proper nuclear and military power, and for decades now, they've already successfully established their own nuclear deterrent. Iran was about to do the same, meaning they were on the verge of developing nuclear weapons. But they hadn't done it yet. So Israel saw this opportunity and struck Iran. But what about Pakistan? Pakistan already has nuclear weapons, weapons capable of striking all the way to Israel. So Israel is holding back, knowing that if they even breach Pakistan's airspace, Pakistan could retaliate really badly. Israel will end up paying a heavy price there. It's a universal fact that Pakistan's military and air force are very well equipped. You can't even compare them to Iran. They have modern BVR missiles, modern fighter aircraft, modern force multipliers, and robust network-centric warfare. These are all features that are super important for any modern air force. And Pakistan Air Force has specially developed these capabilities keeping in mind their long-standing enemies. India is also involved, as is Israel. There are other regional enemies too who are working against Pakistan's interests. So, anyone thinking that Israel, after Iran, will try to strike Pakistan, the chances of that happening are really, really slim. Israel knows exactly what our military power is and what our nuclear capability is. That alone will stop them from even thinking about breaching Pakistan's sovereignty. So, people need to clear this misunderstanding from their minds. Apart from that, Pakistan Air Force I've already told you, whether it's the Pakistan Air Force, the Pakistan Army, or the Navy, all three forces, the situation in our region is really volatile, almost like a warlike situation. Keeping this in mind, we've strengthened our preparations. We've increased our alertness level. Air defense systems are activated. Early warning radars are up and running. All fighter components have their alert levels raised.